Phil! How's it going?
Welcome to the program, man. How did you get in the theater?
How did I get in the theater? Oh my goodness. That's a long ways back, actually. I got in the theater about like 4 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do when you were 4?
My mom actually got me into it. And it was a lot of fun. I don't remember. I think I was an Indian. I think it was one of those cowboys and Indian type thing.
Wouldn't Annie get your gun by any chance, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I don't.
Don't remember.
Like, I remember having like a little headband type thing, and just doing one of those things. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
So that got you hooked, or no?
Oh yeah. That actually got me really hooked because my mom had done theater when she went through high school and middle school and all that stuff.
So she was really into it, not your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad was not into that at all. He was more of let's go shooting stuff, let's go hunting, let's do all that. My mom was more, let's do some theater, let's act. Yeah. You need to act. You need to do this. Right. That was mostly her.
That's pretty wild. So what shows did you see her in? Anything or?
I never got to see her in anything, but she always told me about what she all did.
Right.
And that's what really got me into kind of doing character acting.
Right.
Because I love to get in depth with the character because that's what she did. That's what she always told me.
Right.
She said, a good actor always gets in the character.
Right.
A bad actor, he'll just do whatever he does. I was like, okay. So that's pretty much what she did.
Interesting. So what characters did she do at home?
She would always do a giraffe.
What?
Well, she, in high school, she would always talk about this one play.
Right.
She always said, yeah, I had to be a giraffe. And I was like,
yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You had to be a giraffe.
It's for Madagascar, so...
Exactly. I was like, a giraffe? I was like, okay. And this back like in the 70s and stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Really now? Okay. And she said the way she got in character was that she had to think about being a giraffe. I was like,
okay.
How do you think about being a giraffe?
Yeah.
And she said, well, a giraffe has a really long neck. It's really always in the clouds, right?
Right.
I mean, so she thought they're always stuck up.
Right.
Because they're always looking down on people. So they're always, you always, you ain't nothing compared to me because you're just, it's stuck up type thing.
Right.
But I've never thought about that. So she said she had to walk through the audience and stuff with a big giraffe head on and everything, and she just looking down on people. Yeah. So that's what you eat down there, huh? I was like, you are crazy. You're crazy.
So she's the one that really got you into characters.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's the one that would not let me give up.
Oh, really?
Because I wanted to actually give up acting.
Oh, yeah,
But she was the one that never let me give up.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of made me mad at sometimes.
Right.
But in all, it was incredible how she did it.
So somehow that was her passion, but you never got to see her do it. She kind of translated that to you.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. So what was the first show you ever did, say, in high school?
High school. High school was weird for me, actually. I actually only did a couple plays in high school, which was the very weird thing. My freshman year, I was going to audition for stuff.
Okay.
But then I got put in a wheelchair.
What?
Yeah. I got put in a wheelchair for 3 to 4 months because I had an accident with my leg.
Right.
And then sophomore year came. I was thinking about doing acting, but and I'd actually got a main part, a lead in one of the plays and stuff for the one act play, and I dropped it because of baseball.
Oh, so you were into baseball too? Yeah,
I was on the baseball team and everything, and that's probably one of the mistakes I made was going for baseball instead of acting. Because I had the lead in the play.
Yeah.
And I decided to drop it for baseball.
Right.
And then I just kind of dropped both of them. I dropped both because my coach was just words that I should not be able to say. He told me my sophomore, junior year, he goes, "You will never play on this team." He said, "You will sit the bench every single game. You will never play."
Wow.
And I said, "Are you serious?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, you have no skills." All right. Excuse me, I've been playing baseball for 11 years. I've won trophies.
Right.
I've got all this stuff done.
So why did he have it in for you?
I have no idea. Honestly, I think it was mostly just the politics at the school. Because the person that was in front of me,
Right.
his mother was on the school board.
Right.
So all the coaches, they're going, man, I want to play you, but
Right.
we can't do this. And he was just like, well, you're never going to play. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It makes you angry.
Yes, it does.
definitely
Of course it
makes you
does.
angry.
Absolutely.
Because when I was playing baseball, all the coaches would say, yeah, you are the best outfielder. You'll
Right.
run across the entire field, make diving
Right.
catches, all of this stuff. And you can hit the ball and run. I mean, I broke the record for stolen bases.
Wow.
I stole 30 bases out of 32 attempts. I stole home like 7 times that year.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I wasn't a coach's son. So
So
when
you
it
didn't play.
when it came to All-Stars and all that stuff, I never got picked.
That's wild.
Because they were like, well, my son needs to get picked first,
Sure.
even though he's batting 50.
Right.
And he's never caught a ball before in his life.
But that's okay.
But he needs to play. And I'm going, that's the reason y'all are last place.
Oh, dear. Well, that's a shame that you almost gave up on both.
Yeah. I mean, my mom got real sick my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And I never really got back into acting until senior year.
Right.
Senior year is when I said, my mom's about to die. So I'm going to do this for her. I'm going to do this play for her because I knew she was
Right.
about to go.
Right.
And I got in the play. I got 6 parts.
Wow.
And then I failed. I failed a class by
Oh.
like 2 points. And my director was angry.
Right.
My director went up to the principal
Right.
and said, you don't understand.
Right.
He has to be in this play.
Right.
And he let me get back into it.
Right.
But I had to drop a lot of parts.
Right.
And what made me so angry, what messed with my mind so much was we did the play on November 11th.
Yeah.
She passed away on Halloween.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, she got to see you from really good seats. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, so that was a big turning point for me in acting. It just utterly gave me the drive to keep going. Because I went, she might not have been able to see it in person like that, but she
Right.
definitely got to see it in spirit.
Right.
Because every single time I would do my part, I would look out in the audience and I said, I don't see anybody out there. All I see is God and my mom. Because I know they're watching. They're proud of me for doing
Right.
this. For somehow able to just step up just days after my mom passed away.
Sure.
And still do it.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
See people, like I said, they just, no matter what, we're going here. I don't care. You see, yeah, I broke something. Yeah, here, I'm still here.
Exactly. I broke this and I went, I could drop this or something and just go, I can't do this anymore. But that's just not the type of person
That's
I
not
am.
the kind of person you are. No.
Because I love it that much. I love it.
Absolutely.
And every single time we go into acting, every single time we go into a play, do TV, do a movie or
Right.
something, it's all about a family.
Right.
And that's why I love the Crighton so much. That's why I love what y'all do. Because y'all make us a family. And that's the thing that gets me through this. That's the thing
I
that...
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, my
and you're,
goodness.
like I say, your family. You look like a son to me, And I want to talk a little about volunteerism, too, because, obviously, you're dedicated. You're about to dedicate some time to our country.
Yeah.
Why the Marines?
My dad.
What? He said, get the hell out of here?
Exactly. That's exactly what he did. And I went, oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
And I'm going, oh, all right, yeah, that's cool.
It's a great group, absolutely. I think like I said, you're going to be good guys. You should have a good time.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
come back in one piece, okay?
I'm not going to, but it's cool.
Come back in one piece so you can do some more stuff here.
Definitely. It's going to make me upset, too, because I'm going, I got to leave and everything. And
Right.
I'm like, because they already told me I'm getting shipped off overseas and all that
Oh,
stuff.
sure, yeah.
And I'm going to be front lines and all, and I'm
Yeah.
going, I'm going to die. But...
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're not gonna die. You're gonna make it.
I don't know. I
So
don't know.
You got faith. You're gonna make it, and then you're gonna have all these wonderful experiences when you come back.
Sure.
Like I said, your mom, you were talking about character, right? All these different things that she did. Well, I'm sure she didn't just make them up. Some of those came from her experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And now you're going to have a whole richer experience base to use for your characters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You start doing A Few Good Men or whatever, Biloxi Blues, whatever. What are some of the plays that you'd like to do that you haven't done yet?
That I'd like to do?
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh,
Love to do
really?
that. Just because
Right.
it'd be fun.
Yeah.
And another one would be Grease. Definitely Grease. I mean, I've loved it ever since
Sure.
I was born, pretty much.
It's good music, yep.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Not really good singing, but good music.
Well, you're not a bad singer. Hey, like I said, was the Music Man the first time you heard the Crighton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever sung too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. We just got in the
Scared me
there.
too. It freaked me out because I was going, hold on, I don't know a thing of music. I don't know how to carry a tune. How am I ever supposed to go up here and audition for this? And thank God for my theater teacher.
Yeah.
My theater teacher was amazing. She helped me every single day for hours.
Really?
To try to sing and everything. Right. And I was going, I don't know if I could do this, and I don't know if I could do this. And she goes, well, here's the thing. Just go up to the choir teacher, sing for her, and see what she says. And I went, I don't know music. Okay. I went over there, sung for the choir teacher, and she goes, I'd wish that we could pull 4 years of my life back so that you could go through school and be in my choir class the entire time. And I went, what are you talking about? But I loved it. The Music Man was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
We had a good time.
I got hurt a lot. Let's see. With the Music
what
Man.
thing fell or on us or moved? Because there was a lot of stuff we had to move.
I had a lot of problems in the Music Man. I had an inflamed colon.
Yeah, that's right.
And then right after I had an inflamed colon, I tore my abdomen in 3 different places.
Yeah. I don't know how. Yeah.
And then I still went on for the show.
That's right. Like I said, sometimes we run into people, and if they have a physical ailment, it's an excuse. Okay, sometimes a legit excuse. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times it's like I can't do it. It's really more an excuse. And then the others, like you, was just, hey, show's got to go on.
Yeah.
So it's amazing what you think. It's just a show. We're just making people laugh, or or have a good time. But it is amazing what it does to people. Just changes them completely. And that's what I live for. That's absolutely. I mean, other than the family, and we enjoy the volunteer aspect of it. But hear people's lives change. It brings a tear to your eye. Just
definitely.
amazing. It's just amazing. Like what? Because of a show? Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Because of a show.
I've done a couple plays like that. I mean, in high school, with our high school plays, when I went there, the first time I actually saw a show at my high school.
Right.
I'm sorry, but it was downright awful. I was going, I don't want to be an actor in high school if it's going to be a high school play.
Right.
That's just me. I mean, all through middle school and high school, I had won awards for my acting, saying, oh, you're great. And I'm going, well, I don't want to be in a play that's just a high school or a middle school play. I want to be in something that we can say, we can have people coming out of that audience going, that was a high school play.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And in high school, I did that. And some of the plays, oh my goodness. Some of the plays just, they not alone touched my heart, but they touched everybody else's heart too. I mean, I would be crying through the play, trying to speak my lines because of how emotional it was.
It touched you, yeah.
Yeah, the first play, the one that I was talking about where I failed and had to do it, it was for our veterans.
Right.
And we had veterans come in for free and all. We had, and we did it for them. And I told everybody in the cast, I said, this is not just a high school play. Right. I told them, I said, this is for our country. I said, when these people come in here, I want them to believe they're back here. Because it was a Vietnam play.
Sure.
I told them, I said, if you don't think you can bring that to us, if you don't think you can bring that reality in here,
right,
and do this play as if it was actually in Vietnam,
right,
I don't want you in here. I told them straight up. Because I told them, I said, I had 6 parts. I had 6, all the male lead parts in the play.
Right.
And I got dropped to 1. And I told every single person that took my spots, I said, if you can't do this, I'll go to the principal and I'll tell him to drop me from this play. Because I don't want to be in a part of a play that people come to because we're supporting them. We're telling them we can kind of relate to what's going on.
Exactly, yeah.
And that they're not alone.
Right.
I don't want people walking out of there going, that was all right.
That's
I
not
want
the way it
people
was.
walking out of there going, that was fantastic. And that's exactly what happened. We had veterans coming out there going, I really believed that.
Right.
And said, let me tell you about a time that I had over there that was like that. Another one of my plays, the play that, we did a Holocaust play. That play, I would say, is my greatest play that I had ever been a part of.
So how did you get into that? Because it's a really tough topic. I mean, I don't care how much, how passionate you're about. I mean, it like, for instance, when I watch Schindler's List, awesome film.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it drains the heck out of you. No one other than just being real story, but it drains you. How did you find the energy to do the Holocaust play?
It was tough, but I knew I had to do it because we were going to do it for Holocaust victims.
Right.
We were going to actually perform in front of Holocaust survivors.
Right.
And I told all the cast again, I said, if y'all can't do this, get out of there. Because I don't want to go up there and I don't want to see these people just feel that they're ashamed of what they just saw.
Right.
I want these people to believe that we actually tried to our heart's extent to give them a little hope that they actually touched hearts.
Right.
And what got me into it is my theater director, of course. She went, you got to be in this play. I didn't even sign up.
I didn't
even sign up. I went, man, this play's going to be tough.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do this? And she goes, you're going to be in this play. I went, what? She goes, you're going to have to come audition, but I want you in this play. Okay. And she tricked me into auditioning, kind of, by she made it a part of our class project. She made it test grades.
Right.
I went, next. All right. So auditioned and got the male lead.
Yeah.
And it was very tough. The way that she got us in the mindset is she made us do research papers over the Holocaust, made us watch movies about the Holocaust, get in depth with it. But of course, with me, that's not enough. I got to go home. I got to read books about it.
Right.
I got to look up as much stuff as I possibly can, research as much stuff as I possibly can to get up there and do it.
Right.
And it was very tough because my mom was sick at the time too. She was very sick at that time. And that kind of inspired me even more too. Well, no. My mom had passed by that point, and that was tough because it was a new year, and it would only been like 3 or 4 months since my mom had passed.
Yes.
And I'm doing this play, and I'm going, this isn't just a normal play. First, we're doing it on real events, of course, but also it's more about how people come together after conflicts like that. How you can find romance in the loneliest places.
Right.
How people lost loved ones and were somehow able to just keep going every day. And that's what really inspired me to keep going, keep working harder on it. Just because when I finally saw those Holocaust victims and I performed for them, to see it in their eyes, and just seeing them tearing up and everything, that touched my heart. That made everything for me. That made me really go, this is what I need to do. And this one lady, her parents were Holocaust survivors and they'd passed away, and she looked at me and she said, my father was just like you when he was in the Holocaust. I could see my father in you. And I started crying. Because of that, because it meant the world to me that everything I'd worked for in that moment brought her father back to life. For just that one moment.
Right.
That meant everything. That that meant absolutely everything to me.
Well, it's amazing. You know, good theater has that power. You know, especially and dramas. We don't do a lot of dramas here. It's hard to get people to come, but I know actors like to do it. But again, when you do it right, like I said, not fake, but when you're right and you can touch someone in that way, it is a definitely powerful moment.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing. So, who is your director? She was very inspirational to you. She certainly pushed you too when your mom wasn't here. So
she was like another mom to me. Really,
right.
She was always there.
Right,
always there for me. She would go to the principals and say, "I know he's failing classes, but he needs this."
Right.
She's the one that would go to the principals almost every single day and talk to them.
Right.
The principals would go up to me during class and say, "You doing a play?" Her name was Suzanne Wheatley.
Okay.
I have not seen her since The Music Man. She actually came to The Music Man on one of the nights to see me act.
Right.
Because that's what she wanted. She told me one of the people after one of our high school plays, after the last play I did in high school, walked up to her and said, "That guy needs to be a professional."
Yeah.
And she told me that, and she said, "When you're doing a play, I need to see it." So I called her up, and she went to the show. And I saw her, and I was like, "No." And that was the last time I've seen her.
Oh,
that was the last time I've seen her. And she was a very big influence on me on how everything went. Because during my senior year, I was in a lot of bad places. And we had a different director, a different theater teacher throughout high school, which he was a great guy. He was a great guy. And he was like a father and uncle to me, too. And then she came along the senior year, and she was fantastic. And
she's still there, right?
No.
She doesn't teach?
She retired after that year.
She retired after that year.
She had worked at the school for 29 years.
Well, then we need to get her over here then. Get her to do stuff.
Our goodness. Our principal, he said that the plays that we did were the best plays he had ever seen at that school. And that school has been there since the 60s.
Right.
He said that's the best play they've ever done. And I went, wow. Thank you.
UIO awards, right?
Yes.
So you went to competition. Would you go all the way to Austin or regionals? How did that work?
We never won, but I won a lot of awards for it.
Yeah.
What kept making me angry, though, they never gave me the Best Actor award. That's what really ticked me off.
What did they give you the awards for, then?
They gave me All-Star Cast because they said they couldn't give me Best Actor.
Why?
Well, it all started back in 6th grade. 6th grade, I was doing a play. It was called The Emperor's New Clothes or Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
And I was an old man. So I did the play, won the All-Star Cast Award, and the lady goes, "You would have won Best Actor, but I can't do that for you." I went, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I'm in 6th grade competing against 8th grade. What are you talking about? I'm that good to make it that high, but you won't give me Best Actor? She goes, "Well, frankly, you need to be an 8th grader." Excuse me? What? You need to be an 8th grader. Okay. 8th grade, I was just ticked off, and I went, I'm not doing any plays.
Right.
So my friend won the Best Actor award, and I'm going, I love you, but no. Senior year, I went to competition. They gave me All-Star Cast, and the guy said it in front of 3 schools.
Right.
Everybody's standing there.
Right.
And he goes, "You would have made Best Actor, but it wouldn't have been fair to everybody else." Excuse me? He goes, you were only in the play for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They were in the plays, all the other male leads were in the plays for 30 to 40 minutes. He said it just would have been fair.
It wouldn't have been fair.
Said it wouldn't have been fair. But he said one thing that I loved.
Right.
He said, if you're ever in another play,
right,
I want to see it. So that was happy for me.
Well, you know what? To be able to make an impression on people is important. And whether you have 8 lines
or
50 pages, You know, make an impression. Oh, that's too bad. So you're all-star cast, but you can't be because you're in a class by yourself.
I finally got Best Actor.
Yep.
Just because the school wanted to give it to me. The school made a thing that says Best Actor on it.
Oh my goodness.
And gave it to me. And I went, thank you. Finally.
Finally got the Best Actor.
It was fun though. It was fun, definitely.
So after high school, did you try to do professional? Did you do some?
I did.
Yes?
I did. Right after high school, I went here.
Yes.
And then after here, I kind of went, I kind of want to do bigger stuff.
Yeah.
So I went with an acting coach.
Right.
And I went over to Florida for AMTC, which is Actors, Models, and Talent for Christ.
Okay.
Only a few hundred people were allowed each 6 months.
Right.
And it's a big thing because everybody's really got to audition for it. And only 4 people went out of the entire Houston area. Mm-hmm. So that was, and it's around the whole entire world.
Sure.
So you go up there, and these people are supposed to be the best out of the world that are up and coming actors and actresses and models. I'm going, just to be there, that was great. I got to meet some of the, how should I put it? Some of the famous casting directors and and agents and all. I mean, I got to meet some of the casting directors that had worked with Johnny Depp, Britney Spears, like J-Lo, some of just huge people. And one of the guys, I think it was Barry Shapiro, I think he said that when he saw Johnny Depp first, him and the other casting director just said, this guy's, he's just going to be a TV star. He's never going to make it in the movies.
Right.
They were wrong.
Yeah, well,
and he admitted that to everybody there. He goes, we were absolutely wrong about that.
Right.
And who was it? Christian Kaplan is, I think, the CEO or vice president of 20th Century Fox. That man is a great man. Everybody hates him, but I love that guy. He tells it how it is. People would ask questions to him. They go up there, hi, my name is, and he goes, I really don't care. I loved it. One of my friends walked up there and asked a question that had already been asked, and he goes, I've already answered that question, get out. I love that guy. I went, okay, this guy's my new best friend. Because this guy doesn't have a lot of time on his hands. Right. So why waste his time? Why go up there and try to just, oh, hi, how's it going? Because most people want to just get in front of him. Right. He was like, if you want to get in front of me, just get out. Just walk somewhere else. I had a blast doing it, though. Right. I had a blast. I got to sing in front of people. I got to do the acting in front of it. I got to model in a kilt in front of everybody. And I got to play pranks on people, too. That was the funniest part. Because I was sitting there one day, and I saw people running past. I was like, why are people running past? And I'm looking across at my friend. I'm going, watch this. Hey, you need to stop running! And I stopped. This one girl, she was running. No running in the halls! She stopped dead in her tracks and turned around and went, yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you know right. And this girl just turned around and started busting out laughing. And I'm going, yeah, that was funny. And I would just do it to random people. There's some old people walking around. Right. Oh, you walk so slow. Why you do that? Oh, it was a blast, though. And after I got back from there, I got a couple agents in different places. And I actually did a short film. So I have an IMBD now.
All right.
I never even knew it.
All right.
I was talking to a girl one day, and I was going, I like Googling my name. And she was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I love Googling my name. She said, why? And I went, because there's always different stuff that pops up. So I Googled my name, and now I'm looking through it, and I'm going, IMBD.
What the heck is that?
It's like, what? IMBD? What are you talking about? I got an IMBD. So I clicked on it, and I went, I have an IMBD.
You are in the movie database.
Yeah,
Internet movie database.
I was going, how did I get shoved in there?
Yeah, who does that? I don't know who does that, but
I have no idea.
It's not like Wikipedia or something like that where somebody just volunteers their time to put something in.
It was weird. I was going, I got an IMBD.
Yeah.
So I decided to make myself a fan page also.
You got your own fan page. The #1 fan of the fan page.
Well, no, I mean, they were trying to figure out, because I was going, if I decide to go over to LA and stuff, I got agents over there, why not create a fan page, see how many fans I can get?
Yeah.
And there was always an argument in my family about what my name should be if I go over there.
Oh, really?
Like,
what do you want your name to be?
Well, Phillip Skoblick is kind of difficult for people to understand.
Right.
They can't really say my last name too well.
Right.
So they were thinking just drop my last name, put my middle name as last name. So it's Phillip Randor.
That's better.
Well, I mean, it's better because most people they're like, Skoblick, how do you even, what is a Skoblick?
Yeah.
But they're like, Randor. Like, whoa.
But you know what? They'd remember it.
Exactly.
Actually, they remember it. We went to London. And couldn't get tickets to anything but 42nd Street. I came all the way to London to see 42nd Street.
Wow.
It was really good. There was an 18-year-old in there. Awesome. She wasn't even the lead. She was the understudy. The lead got pregnant, and so she took over. But after they saw how good she was, they kept her. Guess who that lady was?
Who?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Wow.
In 1987, I saw her dance and sing like you wouldn't believe. So when Chicago comes out, I was like, I didn't know she could sing. And said, look, I got the playbill to prove it from 20 years ago. But that's an unusual name, too. That's not something you go around, like, Zeta-Jones, what the heck?
Yeah.
Hey, people remember it.
Oh, yeah.
So
the weirder the name, people will remember it.
They'll remember it, and they will remember you. So what is this short film? I got to check this out now.
It's called Charlatan.
Okay.
I wasn't a big role in it at all. I don't think I did that well at all in any way.
Yeah.
But the director, he just wanted me in it. And
Yeah.
I never met him before. Yeah. And he goes, I've heard so much about you. You're such a great actor. And I'm going,
from whom?
Who are you getting this from? And he goes, I've heard you've been in many stuff and all that stuff. I'm going, really now? Seriously? Okay. And he goes, yeah, you're a great actor and all. Who are you hearing these lies from? Someone has been lying to you.
I do. Why did you think you did well on film? What was the deal?
I don't know.
It is different from theaters, no question about it.
Oh, it's definitely different.
I mean, it's certainly smaller. Just the smallest little eyebrow movement or whatever can show. Sometimes doing seemingly nothing. You are doing something, but seemingly nothing in front of the camera it can be amazing.
Oh yeah, because I decided to switch from stage to TV film because I was going, there's a lot more money, and for me getting on Broadway, I don't think that's possible.
It's tough.
I don't think I'd ever make it there. I can't sing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, want to kind of transition and stuff. And my acting coach, she's, I guess she's at least nationwide known, if not worldwide known. She's done TV film for over 30 years.
Wow.
She's been on House and different stuff. And I get to act for her, and she goes, "Wow, you are a great actor." I'm going, "Really? For you to say that? Okay."
Did she give you direction, or
I was doing my stuff, and she goes, "Try it this way," and I tried it that way, and she goes, "Wow, there is not many people that can do that, that can do that." And I was like,
well, there's especially on film, I see that there's at least two different kinds of actors. There's the actor. Well, there's actors who can't take direction. You're not going to be on. Okay, forget it. You're not going to be around. Then there are people who can't think their way out of a paper bag. But they can take direction like that. So if they said, well, do it this way, and they nail it, and that's all we want. There are directors that they just want those folks that basically, I think, almost like puppets. And then there are thinking actors like yourself. Okay? Yes, you can take direction too, but no, you can think up your own character, mold it in how you want. And I think that's that's certainly the kind of people you want on stage. You're certainly the kind of people you would want on film. Although you can't really tell that necessarily on film. You can edit it however you want, cut the little spaces, change the pacing and all that stuff. Oh, this was the best take, and I take, Did you have to do a lot of sitting around and waiting?
For that one? Actually, we got kicked out by the cops. Once or twice.
Was it? Didn't have a permit? What's the deal?
Exactly.
Oh, dear.
The first time we were going to go up there to shoot, he was like, all right, here's the thing. I never got permission to shoot here.
Yeah. But we're gonna shoot anyway.
So we're gonna run and gun this thing. Okay. Never done this before, so all right. Yeah. I'm supposed to be stealing a person's car, too.
Oh my goodness!
I'm a car thief in this thing, so I'm supposed to be stealing somebody's car, and I'm going, we don't have permission here. I'm gonna be taking somebody's ride. You're gonna be filming it. World's dumbest police videos. All right. world's dumbest criminals or whatever. That's what I'm gonna get on. All right. No. So we're doing our stuff. I'm about to steal this guy's car.
Right.
And the cops roll up. What are y'all doing here? Excuse me? And they're like, you're not allowed to be here. And finally, our director was able to talk him into it. And like, yeah, we can be here. So we were able to do it a little bit. A couple minutes later, another vehicle rolls up. Y'all can't be here. Y'all need to leave. So we get chased off by the cops. And then we went to another destination.
Right.
No permit again.
Right.
But we ran it and stuff as fast as we could. Got out of there. We were in and out in about 15 minutes. We were like, see ya.
Oh dear.
Except the one problem I had was I did not know how to drive an automatic.
Huh?
I did
you
not.
know how to drive only a stick?
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah. You grew up on a stick.
I had never drove an automatic, really.
Yeah. Right.
And then he's like, yeah, you're going to have to get in this car and drive this. Where's the stick at, man? So he goes, all right, this is what you need to do. You just need to get in the car. Just go. Okay. So I'm getting in the car. Nah, I'm supposed to be doing my thing. I'm about to hit a corner, right?
Right.
I thought, I'm going to switch to third gear.
Yeah, yeah.
I slammed on the brakes.
Right.
Everybody goes, oh.
No clutch.
No clutch now, man.
At least no manual clutch, let's put it that way.
That was funny. He's like, hold it. The director goes, all right, I think we're done for the day. You almost threw me through the windshield. Because he actually hit the windshield with his head.
Oh, jeez.
He goes, man, you almost threw me through the windshield. And I went, told you I'd rather drive a stick. Not my problem. I can take directions fine, but when you put me in an automatic, things happen. Oh, but now all I drive is an automatic, so it makes me angry. I miss my stick.
Oh, the miss the stick?
I miss my standards, man. Those were a lot smoother to me.
Yeah.
Like, you can't text and drive when you're handling with the standard.
Yeah.
Can't really talk on the phone when you're doing the standard.
Right. That's right.
You got to pay attention a lot more.
Yes, you do.
I think if most people drove a standard, wouldn't have as many wrecks.
Because they have to pay attention.
Because they got to pay attention.
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to mess up the gears.
Nope.
You got to make sure you're shifting and everything. You got to use your entire body.
Exactly. Unless
you're in fifth gear and just trotting down the road, you got to pay attention otherly.
Right.
Because when you hit the brakes, you got to switch gears and all that. Mm-hmm. I think we'd have a lot less wrecks if we actually had standards.
Okay, Phillip Skoblick for president. Okay, all cars will be manual.
I think so. I think it should be that way. I think it should definitely be that way.
Or you pay the automatic transmission tax.
Because, I mean, I tried texting one time with a standard.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the highway in fifth gear.
Forget it.
It's tough. And talking on a phone going like this. Oh, hold on. Wait. Wait. I got to. How many? Wait. Hold on. What's up? It's very tough. It's very tough. And I think standards is safer anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to pay attention more, it gets people off texting, it gets people off talking on the phone. Right. I've seen police officers texting and stuff while they're doing that.
That's crazy. That's
like, there'll be, like, one of my friends, he took a picture of a cop just two-handed texting, just looking down at his phone on the highway.
Right.
Going, hold on a minute.
Yeah, but who's going to stop them? They're the police, right? So.
Exactly, but still, it's just, that upsets me.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be doing your job. You're getting paid to text? Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah, what's up? Bang! Woo! That's all your fault. You hit me. I mean, come on.
Oh, dear.
It's not right.
Well, so film. Did you enjoy the film experience?
Oh, I did. I did a lot. I liked getting paid.
Oh, it's nice getting paid. Even though this is a right-to-work state, so I guess they don't have to pay you as much.
Yeah, they don't.
But still. What advice would you have for other folks trying to get into film?
Into film? Well, let's see. I mean, I think they should really, like, they should try stage first,
Really?
just to kind of get in the knowledge of working with other people. I mean, if they've never done it before,
Right.
if they've never done it before, I think they should probably just go take one class or something. Do a film class maybe.
Right.
Do an acting class just to kind of get the knowledge, because when you're doing films and stuff, they want you to know. All right, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to really work on your facial expressions.
Right.
Because with TV film, you really can't be as dramatic as you are with.
It's pretty small, right? But all in the face, a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, they got huge cameras in your face. When you're
Right.
doing that professional stuff, there's huge cameras, and they're like this far from your face.
Right.
And you're going, does this make my nose look big? But if you really want to get into it, then just try hard. It's not really about how talented you are. It's all about who you know. That
yeah.
makes me mad also.
Yeah, you know what? And I used to, it's true even in business, not just in film,
Yeah.
but in business, who you know. Now, and I used to bother me. It bothers me less. It still bothers me a little bit, but it bothers me less in the sense that, say you own a business, you know, and you've worked hard to get where you are,
Yeah.
and I come along, all right, and say, hey, Phillip, you know, I need a recommendation. You know, I'm looking for a job, need a recommendation, and you recommend me. Let's say I don't work out. I'm not the one who looks bad.
Yeah.
You look bad. And that's what I learned when in business, is that when I recommend someone, if it doesn't work out, I'm the one that looks. My reputation is on the line.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why people try to, I mean, not always, but they want to work with people that they know. All things being equal. Sometimes it's not necessarily equal, but all things being equal, work with the person that you know, because you know what to expect. Now, if it's, you know, I like to give people a chance, and I'm more than willing to give people a chance. And sometimes it doesn't work out, and you just crash and burn. And I think a lot of those times that's what it hurts. But yeah, and unfortunately, it makes it hard for people that don't know people that are trying to make it, and probably could do just as well. You said you try to get some experience.
Try to
learn
get
some of the technique.
Yeah. Learn skills.
Yes, skill. Oh,
learn any types of skills. I mean, knitting.
Anything.
If you can knit, that's a skill. If you can do hopscotch,
Right.
that's a skill.
you can tap. It's a skill.
If you can anything.
Sword fighting, whatever. Yeah.
But really work on your facial features, because if you can work with your facial features, that's just something that they love with TV film.
Right.
Because you're really personal when you're in TV film. If you've had a bad past, it's tough also, because when you do dramatic stuff,
Right.
they get in your face and they say,
Right.
think about it. Think about this person. Think
Right.
about it. And they bring you down to tears. I've cried so many times. And I don't cry a lot.
Yeah.
I don't cry a lot or nothing like that. But when people get in your face like that and they're like, think about your mom. What would she be doing? Think she's talking to you right now. It's just like, oh no, stop it! Get out of my head!
Get out of my head. Yeah.
And also, bullying's a big thing right now.
Bullying?
So bullying, yeah,
What do you mean bullying?
like people picking on other people and bullying them.
Oh, you mean the topic,
Yeah.
or actually behind the scenes?
Like, well, if people have been bullied, they
Right.
could really get into it also, because
Oh,
if you're mad,
yeah. Oh,
you can
yes,
really get
yes, yes.
angry with it. You can
Right.
get upset with it. All of it.
They have the power. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of things that go with just the different emotions. Just
Right.
look at your past and stuff. Look at the different emotions there. Try to find a teacher that will help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kim Terry, she's my acting teacher and everything.
Right.
She's great, fantastic. She knows a lot of people.
Right.
So I mean, that is one big way to get in there.
Right.
Because she actually holds acting classes.
Right.
So you can go to her website and stuff and help her out with that. I mean, she's fantastic. Cost a lot. Fantastic, though.
Yeah.
I'm too poor to afford it anymore, so I'm going, yeah, I can do that. It's poor.
Oh man. Hey, I tell you what, we got to have you come back. But I got to ask the first question that we ask everyone: if heaven exists, what do you want God to say when you get to the pearly gates?
If heaven exists, what I want him to say? I would like for him to say that he's proud that everything that I'm doing and stuff, and wherever I end up, that he's proud of me.
You know what? I just saw you in your last show, and
I would love that.
And I have someone here that wants to see you.
See, I would love that. I would love that. I would love going up there and he'll be like, I got somebody you need to meet. Okay, let's go over here.
Phillip, thanks a lot for being with us.
It was a lot of
We'll
fun.
do it again.